Be right there. Is it really you?
It's really me.
Oh, stay a while. Oh, tell all. Oh, me tell all. What about all of the messages I leave you all the time, spilling my guts out to you, begging you to come here, and then you just show up without even a phone call? Well, it's not like I did it all of a sudden, you know. I mean, yesterday I was looking at Brooke, and I just knew that, you know what? It was so wrong to keep it from Ned for one more second, so I just packed up the car and I drove. It's not something I thought about. I did. Are you here to stay? I don't know. Oh, being in the same room with Ned still makes my knees weak. I mean, it's like he opened the door and everything we have ever been to each other was just right there in his eyes. How can I live without that, you know? Why would I ever want to? But the truth is, I don't really know Ned. Only the parts that he lets me see, you know, and the rest frightens me. I mean, that whole family does things to people, you know, they're so ruthless and bitter, and you have to be too to survive, and if you can't fight back, then you drown, like AJ. But Ned is just, Ned runs people. You know, he does more than fight back, and that makes him the most ruthless of them all.
With them, but not with you. Don't you know that he loves you so much? He would do anything to be with you. I mean, hasn't he proven that to you over the last 3 months? You told him to stay away from you, remember? And he did that for you, even though, let me tell you, it killed him. You know the night that Brook-Lynn was born? I went to Ned, and he asked me what it was like to hold his newborn baby. And so I showed him, you know, showing him how I was holding her. And he came up, and he put his arms around me. And he was pretending like he was holding his baby, and she wasn't even there. It was so sad. He wants to love you and Brook-Lynn so much. Just let him.
Oh, Brenda, it's not about love. It's about compatibility. How much of yourself do you give away so that you could be together? Do you sacrifice your morals? Do you give away part of your soul? I mean, seriously, what if the only life I can have with Ned is the one I don't want? Here you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Everything in the kitchen is exactly where I left it. I don't even think Ned went in there to make himself a piece of toast. What? You got a headache or something?
No, those are for my hip. Still bothers me sometimes, especially when I'm out in the cold, and I was out in the park when you called. How'd you know to call Jack's cell phone?
Please, your cell phone number has been out of order for like, what, 100 years now? So tell me, what did I call you in the middle of?
Oh, I was in the middle of Sonny versus Jax, round 372.
Oh, who's ahead?
I don't know. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I thought that Sonny was completely out of my life for good, finally. And then when that whole thing happened where I found him almost dead, I looked at him and I thought, I can't imagine my life without him. And then, as soon as I saw that he was okay, I realized that it's that same lifestyle that's going to kill him someday, and I'm not going to stand by and watch that. And then Jax walked in the room, and I knew, you know, that I want that kind of safety, and that I want to be with Jax and not Sonny.
Hmm. Knew that with your heart or with your head?
With both. Well, Jax has brought in this whole new problem. Miranda. He brought her back from Australia, supposedly so they could get divorced. And this woman, Miranda, is just like, what, she's bad? She's a paragon of virtue. And she's a total intellectual. And so, you know, I got upset. So I decided to prove to Jax that he wasn't the only one who had an old love.
No,
yes.
Brenda,
yes,
you didn't.
I did. I started hanging around Sonny, and I said it was so I could help him find the people who tried to kill him. And it was really good. I felt like we'd never been apart. And I could feel myself, oh, Lois, I could just feel myself falling
I told him that I never wanted to see him again and that I'd choose Jax.
And that lasted for what?
It lasted for about 2 days. And when I told Sonny, he said to me, he said, "You'll be back." And I was. So I just feel like everyone is hurting each other. And Jax and Sonny are constantly at each other, which scares me to death. So I don't know. You think I'm hopeless, don't you?
No, definitely not hopeless. A little bit confused maybe, but... You know, all I can tell you is that you just have to be honest, you know? I mean, you're never going to get anywhere by running away from your own heart. Believe me, I should know. Maybe we're both completely hopeless.
Yeah. You promise that we'll always be able to count on each other.
Cross my heart.
Cross my heart. Can't believe that you don't have your nails. They look so beautiful. Your fingers look
Oh, come on. Don't get used to it, because I'm telling you, as soon as that baby's out of diapers, I'm growing them right back. I miss them.
We're home.
I thought I'd see you again.
It was close.
Oh,
Reginald had to sneak us out the back while Grandmother wasn't looking.
yeah.
She and Grandfather didn't want to let Brooke go. No.
I sympathize. You have to stop growing while your godmother's not around to watch you. Can I hold her?
Oh, you'd be neglecting
drop
your
her.
godmotherly duties if you didn't. You know what? It's also time for a bottle, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, Joey, bye. Come on, you are the prettiest baby.
You hear it.
You are.
Oh, I'll get it.